Along the icy waters of the Onon River, the fate of the Mongol world was about to be rewritten. After decades of betrayal, civil war, and shifting alliances, Temujin stood on the edge of final victory. The battle of the Onon River would decide who would unite the steppes and who would vanish into history. For nearly 20 years, Temujin and Jamukha had fought for the soul of Mongolia. Jamukha, the noble-born aristocrat, claimed heritage and tradition were on his side. But Temujin, the resilient son of a broken family, fought for a completely new order, one built not on blood, but on loyalty, merit, and above all, unity. By 1204, the momentum had clearly shifted. Most of the tribes had already drifted toward Temujin, drawn to his reputation for fairness and the unmatched discipline of his warriors. Jamukha, proud and refusing to yield, gathered his last loyal clans and prepared for their final, desperate stand. The two armies assembled along the banks of the Onon River, a place of deep significance, for it was the very birthplace of Temujin himself. For his followers, this felt like destiny, a sign that they were fighting to reclaim their homeland. For Jamukha, it was the ground where he hoped to end Temujin's improbable rise once and for all. The clash began at dawn. The air was frigid, filled with the thunder of hooves and the cries of men. Temujin's disciplined formations, perfected over years of hard-won experience, pressed relentlessly against Jamukha's more fragmented, traditional tribal forces. From the start, the difference in organization was stark. Temujin unleashed his most trusted generals, the legendary Boworku, Jalm, and the tactical genius, Subata. They executed a sweeping pincer maneuver, a classic tactic of the Mongol war machine, that completely shattered Jamukha's front lines. As Jamukha's forces wavered and fell back, Temujin's elite cavalry moved with terrifying speed, cutting off their escape routes. The nobles who had once followed Jamukha with pride now looked around in despair, realizing the war was well and truly lost. Their alliance had crumbled before their eyes. In the aftermath of the rout, Jamukha fled into the mountains, a defeated man. But even his closest companions, the men who had been with him for years, abandoned him. In 1206, they captured their own leader and delivered him to Temujin, hoping to earn mercy and a place in the New World Order. Faced with his lifelong rival, Jamukha, ever the aristocrat, asked for only one final honor: to die without the shedding of blood, a death befitting a person of noble lineage. Temujin granted his request. With Jamukha's death, all remaining resistance to Temujin's rule collapsed. The tribes of the steppe gathered at the Great Kurulti, the Grand Assembly of 1206. They raised Temujin on a white felt mat and proclaimed him Genghis Khan, the universal ruler of all Mongols. The Battle of the Onon River was not just the end of a bitter rivalry, it was the birth of the greatest land empire ever forged on horseback. From the cold rivers of his homeland, Genghis Khan would rise to conquer the world. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more epic history.